my name's Yvette and this is Oliver. This is my friend Oliver. Well, Oliver's still a puppy. He's only 7 months old and he's a very loving and caring dog. I would say his personality, is like one of a kind. He has a lot of features that I think represent my roommate, Jonathan. Just because he's very quiet and he likes to like sit still, but everything's a game and it's fun and games, and he's never mean or angry. Everything's a joke. Everything, he's just, life is chill. Like, you just want to chill every day. One time he like ran off from his leash and ran through the entire building complex of where we live, and I was just scared because you never know. Like, he's very childish and he just likes to explore everything, and we live in a woods secluded place, so I just thought that he would like run into the woods and I would never see him again, or even worse, run out into the street, and you know, I don't even want to think of worst case scenarios. It was scary just because he's family. We've come to love him, and he's like our baby. He's our kid, so I would never want something to happen to him. I don't know what I wouldn't fathom what would happen. He knows we're talking about him, so that's why he's acting up. Throughout the daily stresses of your life, you don't realize that you sometimes want something there that is gonna like relieve your stress, and that's what Oliver is to me. I just think about it every day, and I'm a full-time student. I have a full-time job, so I feel like I'm always stressed that I don't have enough time for anything, and then I come home, but I see his, you know, his face, and he's there and he gives me all the love and attention in the world, and it's all I need. It's all. He makes me forget about the day-to-day stresses and day-to-day hassles of everyday life, and he just reminds me that there's more to life, and you know, so that's what he does for me. Oliver is better than a human. I would say better than a million humans. He's my family. He's become everything for me. You know, Oliver doesn't yell at me, or Oliver doesn't tell me when he's mad. He just look at him. He just stands there and he's very loyal, and you know that he'll never like leave your side, and you know that he will just, any dog for any person, any pet to any person will always be there for them and will love them, and as opposed to a human that they could just leave you or, you know, lose interest in you, but not my Oliver.
Hi, my name is Eric, and this is my dog, Wishbone. He's like a little brother to me. He's trying to lick my face. He's 13 now, and I get to deal with all his little neurotic bits. But I sleep with him, and he's with me all the time. Had him since I was 8. I named him off the Wishbone series, which are the books I was reading at the time, because he has the same little brown spot going on here. You do that. I've had to save Wishbone's life about 3 times off the top of my head. I spotted these lumps on his butt here, and which turned out to be cancerous tumors that had developed on his rear end due to a overabundance of testosterone, because he is a manly dog. I think when it comes to people mistreating animals, at least for me, I see pets as a reflection of myself, because you end up anthropomorphizing pets kind of naturally. I think it's kind of inborn into humans to do that, because we understand things as a reflection of ourselves, like God. And that, when it comes to people abusing pets, I really see that as them having some kind of abusive relationship with themselves and projecting that onto animals, because animals are weaker than them, and or at least they perceive them to be weaker than them. I think Wishbone is a lot of the reason I'm not more reserved of a person. I think had it not been for Wishbone, I would have been happy to live in a little hermit home 10 miles away from civilization. But really, on all my bad days, he's always there to keep me, you know, social, keep me getting up out of bed, keep me, you know, living. So Wishbone means a lot to me.
Hi, My name is Yesenia Garcia, and this is Ketchup Saravia, actually, because he has my mother's last name in papers. A day in the life of Ketchup is sleep. I got him my sophomore year of high school, and ever since then he's been the freshest dog I've ever met in my life. He walks around like he owns every house he comes into, and I spoil him, so it's very bad. So he thinks that he could do whatever he wants because I've always let him. He's very stubborn, as most Dachshunds are. If you read about them, they're actually one of the hardest breed to train. No matter what you tell them to do, they always try to go against it, and he very much does that. He's snarky, and he has Napoleon complex. He thinks he's bigger than he is and barks at anything that comes near him, but if it's bigger than him and it approaches him, he runs away. And he just likes to sleep. He's lazy. All he does is eat, poop, and sleep. He knows when to ask for food. So when his plates are glass, so when it's empty, he bangs them against each other on purpose so that it makes noise and we know that he's asking for dinner. When I first got accepted here, I came in as an AIM student, so I had to live in dorms for my first summer semester, and I couldn't bring him with me. So my mom refused to take care of him because he wasn't house trained at the time, and he would just literally pee everywhere. And on tile, when you pee, it just goes literally into a river. So she was like, I'm not going to take care of him. So I had to give him away. I gave him to my best friend's brother. I just couldn't do it. Like, during the summer, I was like, okay, fine. I was getting adjusted, and then when I finally moved into my own apartment, I needed him. Like, I missed him. I literally, like, I've always slept with him. So I, like, miss sleeping with him, and I used to sleep all by myself, and that's something I was never used to. I had to go back to Miami and pay back my friend's brother to be like, I will give you $200 for Ketchup again. I found out after that they weren't even taking very good care of him because he ended up getting like worms in his stomach, and they were giving him crappy food, so he had lost a lot of weight. So I had to go take him to the vet, give him all his shots again. Like, I got him back for $600, which was way more than I had originally paid for him when I first bought him, but it was worth it because losing Ketchup is just not an option. What I love most about Ketchup is that he's so noble. He's definitely always there for me, and it's great because no matter what secret I tell him, I know he'll never tell anybody else. Dogs know when you're sad. So I've come home from failing exams, crying my eyes out, but at least he's someone I know I can always cuddle with and watch Gilmore Girls with, and he'll definitely make me feel better because just having something to cuddle with definitely makes you happier. And he'll lick my tears, and he thinks they're yummy because they're salty, but he's always there. So he always makes me feel happy no matter what. Even just like the silly things he do that makes me laugh. I just love Ketchup. He's literally my best friend. And he's one of those things that if you come into my life and you don't accept Ketchup and me, then you can't have me either. So
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old past said. Boy, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you